My Uncle Nicholas was one of 6 children. He had a brother and he had 4 sisters. They all grew up on Strawberry Hill around the Catholic Church with St. John the Baptist, which is still there. He was a real tough guy. And I think back in that time period, there were a lot of tough guys. They would swim in the Missouri River. My dad said that he was just a really nice guy and they played ball together. When he went missing, it affected the whole family because they all lived either in the house or close to the house where he grew up. Everybody went through that grief together, of course. And I'm sure there was much grief on the Strawberry Hill because everybody that settled there from Croatia, they were very close. My grandmother, I'm sure, was just, I don't know if devastated is the right word. I can't imagine what it would be like to lose a son and never know where they were. We just never knew what had happened to him. The battle was on the Solomon Islands, and it was a very, very tough battle. And when the Marines first went against the enemy, they had to pull back. And when they pulled back, he was not there. So they knew that he had died at that time. However, about 3 or 4 days later, when they went back after the battle, a lot of them that were killed did not have any tags. They were not identified, though he had a number. Those bodies were shipped different places, but they ended up in Hawaii. And that's where he has been since 1949.
The heroic activities that he was able to display in the campaign with Solomon Islands, and so for us to have that connection and bring closure to the parish community as well as to the family is a great day, and we're just joyful that this moment has come and the family has been able to be here and to bury a loved one, and so I'm happy that we can celebrate this moment. As a former chaplain for the Kansas Army National Guard with 22 years of military experience, I'm very honored and a joy to be a part of this moment.
My mother and her sisters always believed that he would come back some way. And it almost seems, like I said, it was surreal for me when I found out about it. But personally, I'm very touched by how many people are touched by this story, even. And I'm not quite sure why it's such a touching story for everyone. I know why it is for me personally. It has brought up in me my culture when I was young and the culture that's so much a part of me, especially going back into the neighborhood where I grew up until I was about 6 years old. So there's a lot of roots about family, and I think that's what I'm touched by the most. I think it'll be very emotional. We are going by my grandmother's grave and leaving flowers there, and I feel like I identify with her so much. The grief that she went through, I don't know if she ever really got over it.